to this month's episode of Community Corner. In this series, we focus on great work being done by people and organizations in Northern Nevada, which make this region such a wonderful place to live and work in. I'm Angelica, your host, and today I'm here with Rebekah Stetson, the founder of Farmily. So thank you so much for being with us today. I'm really excited to let our viewers know about this wonderful organization. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so Farmily, we have 3 different gardens in conjunction with the Boys and Girls Club, and we teach social emotional learning through the organic gardens and a lot of other skills too. So we teach kids everything from plant anatomy to how to really control their emotions by breath work. Really, the purpose is to help them see that they're connected to everything in their environment, to help them better be able to relate to themselves and their peers. And to see how important growing food is.
Wonderful. What are the impacts to the students' lives based on what they've learned here in the garden?
Yeah, so a lot of what we do is healthy eating, and so we teach them about the impact of making sure they have vegetables in their diet, and also how much work it takes to get something from a seed to an actual edible plant material. Mm-hmm. And then the social emotional component is really important because a lot of us as humans will experience a lot of different adverse experiences throughout life, and a lot of health indicators as adults are directly related to if we're able to process trauma or not. And so if you don't have any skills to be able to process difficult things that happen within your life, then your chances of having heart disease, diabetes, all sorts of things later in life double. So that's really one of the mainstays of our program, is how to help them figure out how to, in a way, heal themselves by knowing how to control their emotions. So we're right in the middle of the garden. We have a variety of in-the-ground beds. We have peppers, tomatoes. Far behind us, we have some peach trees, and then over here we have pear and apricot trees. We have a greenhouse, some composting bins, some worm bins. So it's kind of a fully self-contained garden. We produce all of our own fertilizer, if you will, through our compost, and the kids help with every process.
Oh, wow. So everything that comes out of the kitchen after the children are done eating, you use?
We do collect food waste from here occasionally. Because we're not here all the time, most of the time what we do is we take a lot of the plant waste when the plants are done, and then we bring in food waste from another source, like a restaurant or somewhere that has a lot in one day, and then we make compost piles and manage it that way.
So I'm really curious, how did you come up with this idea? I mean, this is I'm surprised we don't do this in more areas over Northern Nevada. Tell me a little bit about how that all started.
Yeah, so I serve on the Governor's Council for Food Security, and that is my hope, is that I can help increase opportunities for urban farms all over the place. I had an organic farm for 10 years in Lyon County, and at that time I was working as a community health advocate. So what I saw was a lot of poverty and a lot of people who had trauma from their childhood that they had never processed, that then led to a lot of negative health outcomes. And so from that experience, I decided that that's what I really wanted to do, was match this beauty of like getting people connected to the land with teaching them how to really help heal themselves.
I love it. Now, what do we see for the future with Farmily?
Yeah, so currently we have 3 sites. We have a big garden expansion going on right now at one on Foster Drive called Katie's Garden, and that's turning into about an 1.25 acre garden that we definitely need the public's help with creating. And my hope is that every Boys and Girls Club will have a garden, but that then we'll be able to expand that out to reach as many kids as possible.
So you touched on this a little bit about the community helping out. What could we do as a community, and for some of our members that do want to participate or volunteer or give in whatever way capacity that they can, how can they go about doing that?
Yeah, so you could contact Farmily. We love volunteers. We have volunteer opportunities every week, and then we always take on anyone who's a philanthropist and wants to give monetary donation or donations of time or equipment. The garden that we're building is right now just a lot of raw land, so there will be a lot of construction to go on, the raising of greenhouses, and a lot of building and planting. So time, money, whatever is available, we are happy to have that help.
Awesome. And where can we reach you, or is there a website that we can visit?
Yeah, so our website is ourfarmily, OURFARMILY.org. And then we're also on Facebook and Instagram under Farmily Organic Farms.
Perfect. Now, is there anything else that you want to throw in and let our members know about, or our viewers about this wonderful organization?
Yeah, this only happens because of the beautiful community that we have here in Northern Nevada. It was my idea, but it's only come to fruition as a result of many hands being willing to come and help. And its success will be based on even more people getting involved. And service really is joy. So I encourage you that if you've ever had the desire to work with kids or to work in the garden, we would love to have you and show you how much joy there is in service.
Thank you so much for all the work that you do, Rebekah. It's a wonderful organization. I love hearing all the kids in the background, seeing them walk through the garden. It's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. So thank you from our community.
Yeah, thank you guys for doing this. I appreciate it.
Farmily!
Well, that's it for this month's episode of Community Corner. Be sure to tune in next week for a special edition of To The Point. Also, make sure you visit our YouTube channel, RSAR Realtors. Click and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until then, remember, we can make a difference together.